G'day guys, welcome to Scotch Down Under. I'm Ken.
And I'm the Q-All.
And we have no Scotty.
Yeah, because Scotty's stuck at work. So this actually started out as a planning session as such, because we were supposed to have some guests coming in and things, but then we were just talking about things that we want to do, where we want to go with the show.
Yeah.
And as you can see, we have a dram in front of us because we've actually just topped up, because we were tasting this one as like, you know what, let's do a review on this right now. Bugger everybody else, we're going to do it.
Yep. It was very tasty and interesting. I thought we'd better do something with it. So what have we got in our glass?
What have we got in our glass?
Yeah.
Well, we're actually travelling across the waters. We are straying from Scotland
to the other side.
To the other side, where they do things 3 times.
To be sure, to be sure, to be sure.
To be sure, to be sure, to be sure. When Irish eyes are smiling.
So we got to go green.
We've got to go green because we have the Pogues Irish whisky. So this is it's a collaboration between obviously the Pogues, the band. I've been a fan of the Pogues for some years, so of course when I spotted this on the shelf in a local liquor store, I had to grab it. The Blackened, which was a collaboration with Metallica. Metallica fans that love their whiskey went, oh yeah, I've got to get a bottle of that.
You got to have a bottle of that.
Yep. People that like a bit of a punch up, they've grabbed the Conor McGregor's from 12.
And then the Nick Offerman collection with the Lagavulin, you got to have one of them.
And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, as we said, this is a collaboration between the Pogues and West Cork Distillers. So it is a small batch, 3-year-old blend.
Cork is actually quite a large distillery in Ireland.
Well, they are now.
Yeah.
They were established in 2003. I forgot to write their names down. By 2 brothers and one of their friends, literally in the back room of one of the brothers' house.
Yep. And the 2 of the brothers, they were ex-fishermen.
Yeah. And then in 2014, they actually moved. I mean, obviously, they increased their volume a little slightly, but 2014, they actually moved into a proper distillery and everything. And I'm not 100% certain whether it's actually open yet or whether it's happening towards the end of the year. But this year, they are moving to what can only be described as an epic scale operation. So once they actually fire up production and open their cellar door and everything, their new location becomes the largest Irish-owned distillery in Ireland.
That's going to be pretty cool.
Which is pretty frigging epic. So 8 pot stills, 2 column stills.
And that's in the new one.
This is in the new one?
Yep.
Okay, producing a total volume of whiskey of 4.5 million litres.
Wow.
So that's pretty impressive.
That's up there.
Oh wait, it gets better. Because they also do gin under the name of Garnish Island and 2 Trees, and they do a 2 Trees vodka as well, and they have another 3 stills which they use just for the vodka and the gin.
Yep. That's along with their own West Cork malt releases.
Yeah, so the West Cork range, so there's peated, there's unpeated, there's cask strengths, there's port casks, there's sherry casks, there's ex-bourbon, there's just, I think it's about 12
something
different.
Like that. There's a whole lot of stuff they bring out.
So yeah, it's pretty amazing. And just to cap off the scale of the distillery, they actually have 7 warehouses at their disposal.
Nice.
And obviously, I'm assuming different sizes, which is why it's not a specific
We haven't drank too much.
volume as such. But there's 7 warehouses, they say, will hold a total of up to 55,000 casks.
I'd love to be in the middle of one of those warehouses.
Oh,
yeah. Surrounded by all those barrels.
I think if I ever get the opportunity, I'm going to hug a barrel.
Or 2, or 3.
So this is a 3-year-old blend of single malt and grain whiskies. It is classed as a small batch.
Yeah, they're only doing a small release of this.
And
It has been around for a couple of years, though.
I'm not 100% certain on that. I know it's only just landed in Australia.
Yeah.
So I think it has been around for a couple of years. You are correct.
Yeah.
And apparently, I couldn't find any availability in Australia, but there is a single malt version as well.
And a bright red bottle, which looks amazing. I want one.
Amazing is an understatement.
Yeah.
We're looking at their website, and they had a picture of this alongside the single malt with this
Bright red.
cherry red.
Yeah,
Like
that's the colour.
almost
Cherry.
almost like a candy apple red.
Yeah.
It's just this beautiful glossy red bottle, and it's just like, oh, I need one of those.
Yeah.
Presentation is fantastic. Obviously,
it's
look,
awesome.
Irish flag down the bottom, 700ml, 40% ABV. The Pogues, I love the way they've done that.
Yeah.
Irish whiskey, triple distilled, matured in Ireland. Bang.
It's
just
a clean,
basic information.
Clean, sharp, snappy looking.
Very, very brief spiel on the back of the bottle. And you noted that.
Yeah. So it's got mit Farbstoff. So in Germany, they have to declare on all the bottles of liquor whether it's got colouring in it. So mit Farbstoff means it's got colouring added to it.
So that would basically mean that it's not a specific Australian release. It is a UK release as such.
Because it's actually got UK on there.
Their target market and everything. But
And then it's got the Aussie distributor label on there. So I think this is a standard across all.
thank God they brought it into Australia, because I'm such a happy man.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'll be honest, I have actually tackled this a little before today.
Yes.
But it's Ken's first taste on it, and yeah, we both concurred that we really need to do a review. And to be perfectly honest, I can see myself buying bottles of this until I can't get my hands on it anymore.
I want one of these ones, and I want one of those cherry red ones.
Oh yeah.
And I wouldn't mind actually trying some of their other releases from the distillery. This normal.
I'm very
Irish
keen
whiskey,
myself.
yeah.
After trying this, it really implies that these guys are well in tune with what they're doing, and
Especially expanding their production and producing a
Yeah.
whole lot of stuff, and being independent distillers as well. So
yeah. So
Sounds like a
yeah,
win.
and I mean, like, also really curious. Like, obviously they do it peated, and I really want to check that out.
Yeah,
Some
let's
peated
sign
Irish
me up.
whiskey. Hello.
And speaking of peat, these guys, the distillery themselves, they use their own Irish grown barley and their own maltings. So if they're going to add peat to that, yes, please.
Oh yeah.
So my first note, as soon as you opened the bottle and then said, have a sniff of this, I got sultanas straight away.
Yeah.
And then going back into it, I can get the sultanas again.
It's that fruit sweetness, but there's a bit of citrus there for me as well, and
Yeah, zest.
of course, because it's only 40% ABV, you can really get your
Get
nose
right
in
in
there.
there. Yeah.
And it's a big difference between nosing it here and nosing it while we were standing out the front.
It's a
where
little breezy
windy as hell.
outside, yeah. There's a lot more aroma coming through.
But there's a wonderful underlying sweetness there that you really want to get it on your tongue as soon as you can.
Yep.
Just to explore it.
Yeah, so
But
that
yeah, sultanas and some orange zest. Orange,
orange
zest.
Yep.
Not lime or lemon, orange zest. And
that little bit of the typical shortbread.
yeah. I was just about to say this pastry or biscuit.
Yeah, the typical Irish shortbread.
So-
Not strong. Like, and the other thing when I first noticed it, it reminded me of that slight port cask. But even though it doesn't have any port in it, it reminded me of a
No. Well, this one is so blended and then aged in ex-bourbon American oak.
But with that sweetness and that slight fruit and the zestiness and
Yeah.
just reminded me of a slight
And there's a
finishing.
little bit of sort of oaky
Yeah,
nuttiness.
that's it. Well, enough of that.
Right, yeah. Oh yeah, there it is.
That custard we were talking about earlier.
Vanilla custard.
Yep.
Vanilla custard, because it's almost creamy,
Yeah, very smooth.
but not in the consistency, in the flavour.
Yeah, very smooth on the palate straight away, and then you get that nice little bit of zesty custard, a little bit of sweetness, and then that finish just keeps on a little bit. It's not real thick on the mouth, Bill.
No, but it's incredibly smooth. But there is a little sort of
bite,
little peppery bite. Not an alcohol bite, obviously at 40%.
No, there's a little spike in there. It's not really strong and overpowering. It doesn't last very long, but it pops up and then goes.
And then there's that little bit of that nuttiness, and then it just softens off and lingers into that vanilla custard.
Yep.
A little bit of dark chocolate, but there's still that sweetness, and that nuttiness is still there. I mean, it's magic. It's absolute freaking magic.
I'm not getting the dark chocolate, but I'm getting that slight bitter thing you can get from Sunduck. That's that spiky bit.
Yeah.
It's a little bitter.
Yeah. But I'm sort of combining things in my mind. Not a rich dark chocolate.
No, I'll be...
But not a milk chocolate.
No,
just that sort of
in between.
Mid-range.
Yeah, it's not a strong dark cacao, not a milk.
A dark milky chocolate.
Yeah, not dark milky chocolate, like
but
a
that...
Cadbury egg style dark one of those,
Nice, usual, generous splash of water for me.
Yeah, it is only 40%, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, I just want to... more than anything, this is just about seeing how much of it actually opens up.
Yeah. Whoa, that's custard all day now.
Getting more of that, more vanilla.
Yep. Yolk.
It's almost pulling together to give more of a toffee.
Yeah.
Because it's still subtle, it's not punchy. A bit more of that citrus now.
Yeah, a bit more of the citrus.
But with that vanilla custardy, rather, I kind of want to dump it all in together and say it's like peach.
I could definitely get peach. It's almost like a peach, not fresh peaches, but like a peach in puree.
A peach sorbet.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not really a fan with wood.
We were talking about this before, and it's like, because of that vanilla custardy, it's like, sip this while you're munching on some chocolate mousse or something like that.
Yeah.
Or a tiramisu, and you actually suggested that
it.
rather than using a brandy in the base of the tiramisu, to actually use this.
Yeah.
And I think that would actually be amazing.
This is a dessert wine. I bet whiskey.
Dessert wine. Dessert whiskey.
Dessert wine,
yeah,
whiskey.
It's
a dessert liquor, yeah.
It would pair really well with, a fruit platter, a nice creamy dessert.
Yeah.
Not so much ice cream, because I don't think you want that.
The vanilla would overpower it.
I don't think you want the coldness.
No.
The temperature.
No, this
so
is on
that's why I was thinking more like a mousse or something like that.
Yeah, something
or
with
even
substance.
I mean, let's face it. Put this in your trifle.
Yeah. Oh. That's what I mean. Put it in any dessert. Make a dessert out of this. Have it with dessert. So how much?
Price?
Yeah.
Price? $55 I paid for this.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bargain. That is a bargain.
This would well and truly deliver Mr. McGregor a knockout punch.
I would take this over. Because
this is
typically when you get...
punching well above its weight.
Yep, good analogy. But typically when you get these kind of releases where a band or a celebrity brings them out, they're usually not that good.
But this
is way up there in those kinds of releases.
This one's up there.
Yeah.
I mean, even though different price range, different style of whiskey, you'd put this alongside the Lagavulin Offerman as far as delivering on a brand endorsement.
Yes, totally.
And I mean, shit, bang for buck on this.
Yep.
At sub $60. So, shall we rate and wrap up?
What do you think?
Bang for buck factor is punching this up for me. It's a beautiful sit and sip, or you can have it with a dessert. I don't know if it would complement something truly savoury, like a steak dinner or whatever, some whiskeys do.
I like it This is something Swedish, yeah.
But I'm going to give it a 9.2.
I was thinking around that.
I'm going to give it a 9.2.
Yeah,
It's a
9-ish.
solid product.
Yeah.
And again, value.
Yeah.
Value. Because, I mean, let's face it, you know, $55, you're not going to get a lot of real quality products. But, I mean, like, this is up there with Monkey Shoulder.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Yeah. For a blend.
The two of them side by side, bang, Scottish, Irish.
Even the kind of the shape and the bottle and
Similar shape of
They're
bottle.
like brothers. Yeah.
Brothers from another mother from a different country.
Yeah, totally. I'm with you around a 9.2 as well. I would definitely, as you say, for the presentation,
Solid.
the provenance where it's coming from, a really good distillery. I haven't tried much of this stuff, but this is really making me want to try some of their other stuff. So if they're delivering this in a well-priced kind of celebrity release as a blend, what are they producing that is...
I bought it on a whim because, like, I've been listening to the Pogues since I was in my teens, you know, back in the 80s. So it was like, Pogues have done an Irish whiskey. If nothing else...
You've got a bottle of Pogues Irish whiskey.
In the back of my mind, when I bought it, it was like, even if it's complete and utter shit, I'm still going to hang on to the bottle and, you know, I'll probably might put a splash in my infinity bottle, see how it pans out.
Yeah.
And I'm just super stoked that I picked it up because I'm loving it and I am definitely going to buy this one again.
Yeah, if I see it, I'm definitely going to grab one too.
Absolutely.
So on that note, go out and grab yourself some Pogues Irish whiskey. Until next time, have a
Have
good one.
To be sure.
To be sure.